2025 meeting of the Annapolis Alcohol Beverage Control Board. Board members present tonight are Chairman Claire Conger, Jimmy Praley, Dick Peterson, Ryan Chitwood, Christopher Sheehan, Attorney Lyles, and Miss Cynthia Gaines. I would like to make a move to approve the draft minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes for approved? Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, those are approved. Good evening. So yes.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Sorry. All right. So the new business tonight is a special class C one-day liquor license for St. John's College for the Annapolis Cup. The application for special class C one-day liquor license, beer, wine, and liquor, including live music to St. John's College for the Annapolis Cup, scheduled on Saturday, April 5th, 2025 from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Location at 60 College Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. Is there someone here for St. John's College? Do we have?
I'm here for St. John's College. It just took a second to load itself in.
Okay, wonderful. Well, if I can just have your name and address for the record.
Yep. So my name is Danielle Lico. I am the Vice President of Student Affairs at St. John's College, which is located at 60 College Avenue in Annapolis, Maryland. We are proposing an event. Sorry.
I just needed your name and address, and then if you wouldn't mind holding up your right hand. And do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
I do.
All right, thank you. So I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Please continue.
That's fine. So we are seeking approval for a one-day license to hold the annual Annapolis Cup event. This event will be almost identical in nature to what we have done for the past 2 years. Those of you that may be familiar with the event, we made some pretty significant changes over the last several years, increasing security and changing the way in which we manage and control the numbers of people that are attending the event. We use RFID technology in wristbands to prevent underage drinking, improve the wait times for the food vendors. We've added additional safety personnel, both from within the college and from the Naval Academy, along with hired security, as well as Capitol Police and Annapolis Police, to ensure that they're doing spot checks across the venue to prevent underage drinking and maintaining the perimeter, both through a combination of bike rack and snow fencing to prevent people who don't have tickets from getting in. We are, like I said, repeating many of the same protocols that we did last year. Just a little bit of information about the event. Last year, about 30% of our attendees did not actually consume alcohol at all. And through the RFID wristbands, we're able to track the amount of alcohol on average that people are consuming, which is about 2.3 beverages per person over the 7 hours that the event is taking place for, which puts, folks at a little less than half of a drink per hour. We had no alcohol-related incidents last year at all. And we know that the peak food sales and the peak drink sales occurred at the same time, which was about a 45-minute period between 1:30 and 2:15. So we know that people are eating food at the same time as they're consuming alcohol, which I think makes a huge difference. We've added vendors this year, additional food vendors and options for non-alcoholic mocktails to provide some alternatives for people who may want to do that. The times, the layout of the event and the program for the event are the same as last year. We're expecting between 3,500 and 4,000 guests again, which is a mix of St. John's and Naval Academy students, faculty, staff, and alumni, as well as members of the general Annapolis community.
All right. Does the
Danielle,
board-
I think it's awesome. Like the last year you did this too with the RFD, like you guys bring a lot of data back and I think the event has become way more controlled than it was in the past.
Yeah.
And really appreciate you being able to kind of bring that to the board. So, I don't know if anybody else has any questions. I think it's kind of, you've been doing this for a while and you really tighten things up. If nobody else has any questions, I mean, I make a motion that we approve.
All
I'll
right.
second.
Second that,
All
but
right.
I really compliment you, Danielle, on what you guys are doing. And sometime in the future, I'm going to get together with you and find out exactly how you do it.
Well, you can't get a ticket to the event, Dick, because they're already sold out.
No,
They're not sold out. We have like 900 tickets left. I just looked this morning.
So I
Okay.
second Ryan's
All right.
motion.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. That is approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you
and,
very much.
Have a great night.
You
Thank you.
too.
Have a great time.
Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you.
All right. Next on the agenda is a special Class C one-day liquor license, Annapolis Maritime Museum, Annapolis Oyster Roast and Sock Burning. The Annapolis for a special C one-day liquor license, beer, wine, and liquor, including live music, to the Annapolis Maritime Museum for the Annapolis Oyster Roast and Sock Burning, scheduled Saturday, March 22nd, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., located at 723 2nd Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. Do we have someone from the Annapolis Maritime Museum?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
Kelly Sword out, and I think Alice Estrada.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm here. I'm
There you
here.
are.
Hello, everybody. It
Oh.
was just taking a bit to load.
No
So, yeah.
worries. Okay.
Alice, we see you, we can't see Kelly.
Kelly,
Ah.
your camera's not on.
There you go.
All right. If you could raise your right hand, and do you guys solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give is true and correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And if you guys could individually state your name and address for the record, please.
Alice Estrada. Now, I always get confused. Is this my home address or my business address?
Whatever you want it to be.
Okay, home. Okay, 1764 Broadley Trail, Annapolis, Maryland.
All right.
Kelly Sword out at 1690 Winchester Road, Annapolis, Maryland, 21409.
All right. Thank you. Please, if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit about the event.
Okay. This is the Annapolis Oyster Roast and Sock Burning. It's a tradition that's been going on for many years in Annapolis, but at the Annapolis Maritime Museum for 13. It's a fundraiser for the museum, and it's well known that in Annapolis, you burn your socks at the spring equinox. We host approximately 900 guests on this day from noon to 4 at the museum's Eastport campus. And we have, it's become a well-oiled machine. Although I do want to talk to Danielle about this RFD. That sounds brilliant. I love the data that she's getting from that. So Dick, I'm going to join you on that conversation because I really think that I went to her event last year and it was really quite remarkable. So at any rate, though, we do control our guests. They check in, we're sold out in advance. we do band our guests, and we band separately, differently. We card them and band them differently if they're under 21. It really is an adult event, although I will say some families do attend. We hire, years ago, we started bringing in professional bartenders. So all tips trained. Our staff all goes for crowd control as well. And we also bring in Annapolis City Police, off-duty police officers for crowd control and general observations.
All right, that sounds great. Does the board have any questions?
I think this is a pretty storied event.
All
And
right. Can,
Did you have, I
is there a
mean, you
motion
haven't
for
had
approval?
any issues, right? So,
No, we really, it's a pretty mature event, so we really don't have any issues at this particular one.
I move we
Ready.
approve.
Do I
Second,
hear a
we
second?
approve.
Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you.
All right, that's approved. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great event.
Thank you.
And then we have you
We
back
have
for
one more.
item number 4.
Oh, item
That's
number,
right.
yes, thank you. I'm
Yes.
sorry, I should have combined those. So item number 4 is a special Class C one-day liquor license for the Annapolis Maritime Museum for Tides and Tunes, the summer concert series. This application is for a special Class C one-day liquor license, beer, wine, and liquor, including live music to the Annapolis Maritime Museum for the Tides and Tunes Summer Concert Series, scheduled on Thursday, June 12th, 19th, 26th, July 3rd, 10th, and 17th, July 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, 31st, and August 7th and 14th and 21st of 2025 from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. located at 723 2nd Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
And
Yes.
thank you. Yes, once again, this is a well-oiled machine. We've been doing this series for a number of years. We've really buttoned up, and I have to say, with guidance from the liquor board over the years. So we watch all points of egress and ingress. We once again hire off-duty police officers. We bring in professional bartenders that are tips trained, and again, our staff is all crowd control. And anticipating the question for our peak concerts, we do bring in supplemental restrooms. We have 8 stalls, I guess, in our facility, and that can generally accommodate. It's a 2-hour concert, really. I know the license is for a little longer, but the peak of it is 2 hours. So we really are able to accommodate those guests in that way.
All right.
Any complaints from the neighbors last summer?
No, our one neighbor moved to 4th Street.
I heard he's coming back though.
And we've worked with him over the years, but the one neighbor that would complain is that but yeah, we've had very little incidents. In fact, most of our neighbors attend the event. Our neighbors across the street, Donna and Christoph, they sit on their porch and enjoy the concert, and our other neighbor sits on his balcony and enjoys the concert. So really, they all seem to enjoy it, as does the community.
And we send out notices to our immediate neighbors to let them know what we're doing.
And we do that for the oyster rates. We always give them complimentary tickets to our immediate neighbors, so they're always welcome to attend, and they do.
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
over the
Kelly,
years,
were you going to say something? Sorry. Yeah.
I meant to ask this question. We were still on the oyster roast event, but I thought we had a rain date on that oyster roast. So the oyster roast is the 22nd, but there's a rain date on the 23rd.
I think our deputy city clerk looks like she's going through a pile of paper looking for that.
Yeah, that's important because last year it was torrential rains, and we did ask if we could move it a day, and we were told no. So we did put that on there. Now, normally this is rain or shine, but last year's forecast was a monsoon. Seriously.
Yeah.
Ironically, or fortunately, it did clear up at like 1:30 in the afternoon, but it wasn't forecasted to. So we were pleading to switch it. but we were not allowed. So we did do it this year. We put a rain date on our application.
I think Miss Gaines has an answer.
Claire, yes, that was an oversight on my part. Mr. Lyles, not sure, since they've already voted on that, how do we reopen that to add the rain date? Or is there another motion that's made?
You don't need to, because the rain date is included in the application. It wasn't discussed, but it's in the application. So it's clear. Everything that is in the application was approved by the motion, and the rain date was included. So I don't think you need to open it back up.
Good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So does the board have any questions about Tides and Tunes?
I move again that we approve.
I'll second.
Fantastic. Do everyone in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right, that is approved. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very, very
Thank
much. We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next on our agenda is special class C one-day liquor license. Oh, sorry, I need to switch
get me
that.
up.
Number 5. All right, so we've got special class C one-day liquor license for Celtic Star Incorporated, application for a special C one-day liquor license, beer only, including live music, to Celtic Star Incorporated for the Annapolis Running Festival, scheduled on Saturday, March 22nd, 2025 from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. The location is 550 Taylor Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. Do we have someone here for the Annapolis Running Festival?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you see me?
I cannot
No.
see you.
Oh God, this makes me so angry. I'm sorry. Start my video. Okay. Oh, there we go.
There
There
you
you are.
go.
We've done it.
There you
Conquered it.
All right, fantastic.
Yes.
All right, so before we get started, do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalty, please raise your right hand, yep. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
Yes, I do.
All right, fantastic. And please state your name and address for the record.
Richard Lee Corrigan, 6725 Santa Barbara Court, Elk Ridge, Maryland.
All right, please tell us about the Annapolis Running Festival.
Sure. This is the 3rd annual Annapolis Running Festival. We've been off to a great start here in the first 3 years. Work closely with Felicia Nolan and Sergeant Gibbs. We're looking at probably having in the neighborhood of 3,500 to 4,000 participants. Starts and finishes at the stadium complex. And that is where we have our party. And that's why I'm here today to hopefully once again secure some beer for the runners at the very end of the race.
All right, does the board have any questions about this event?
What kind of beer are you having?
We're a Michelob Ultra. We're Katzif Brothers.
Okay, okay,
Sir,
understood.
I promise
Madam
it'll
Chair.
be delicious and cold.
Yeah, Madam Chair, we've never had a problem with this event.
No, and I think Mr. Corrigan, I think because of the chips you use for the runners and there's age. Do you mind just touching on that real quick, just for the record?
Sure. Yeah, we have 2 different checks, if you will. Number one, that we have every runner gets a race bib. Okay, and we can pre-event determine who is under the age of 21, and we can actually pull those and mark off their beer tabs. They each get 2 free beers at the end. Okay. And so we can do that prior. And then in addition to that, when they come pick up their race bib, we give them a beer bracelet as well. So we have 2 check marks, if you will, to control that situation. In addition to that, of course, at the complex itself, we do have Annapolis Police Department as well as all county security monitoring the area.
All right, thank you, that's great.
Yep.
Do I hear a motion to approve?
I move we approve.
Do I hear a second? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, that is approved. Have a wonderful race.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night, gang.
Good night. If I can just ask the board, it looks like items 6 to 10 is all with the Naval Academy Athletic
Yeah,
Association.
I would
Would you like
move
to
that
combine
we
those?
combine those
I'd
6
second.
10.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, those have been 6 through 10 have been combined. Is there someone here for the Naval Academy Athletic Association?
They were there before we started.
Hmm.
Good evening. Can you good evening,
Yes.
everybody. Can you
There we go.
Good evening. There you are.
yeah, I
Thank you.
apologize. It was a little slow on the uptake, but
No worries. So first off, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
I do.
All right. And if you could please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Bill Givens. My address is 8 North Southwood Avenue, Annapolis 21401. And I've got Joe Cook and Mr. Curtis Bland with me tonight as well on this call.
Okay, fantastic. Let me just go through what these events are just for the record. So the first one is a special Class C one-day liquor license for the Naval Academy Athletic Association College Lacrosse game. That is Navy versus Leah, scheduled on Friday, March 7th, 2025 from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Location at 511 Taylor Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. The next college lacrosse game is Navy versus Johns Hopkins, scheduled on Saturday, March 15th, 2025 from 7 to 9:30 p.m., also located at 511 Taylor Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. The third one is the Naval Academy Athletic Association College Lacrosse game, Navy versus Moyen, scheduled on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 from 6 to 8:30 p.m., located at 511 Taylor Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. The fourth one is Navy versus Lafayette, scheduled on Friday, April 4th, 2025 from 7 to 9:30 p.m., location 511 Taylor Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. And the final one for this group is Naval Athletic Association College Lacrosse game, Navy versus Army, scheduled April 12th, 2025 from 12:30 to 3 p.m., location at 511 Taylor Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. All right, I think those are all of the events, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So please tell us a little bit about these events.
Okay. Well, good evening, Madam Chairman. My name is, as I said, is Bill Givens. I'm the Senior Associate Athletic Director for the Naval Academy Athletic Association. And with me tonight is Mr. Joe Cook, Associate Athletic Director with the Naval Academy and Athletic Association, and Mr. Curtis Bland, General Manager for Sodexo, who is our concessionaire at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. As you mentioned, we are here tonight to request special Class C one-day liquor licenses for the lacrosse games at the stadium that you mentioned previously. So as stated, we'd like to sell beer to the general public from our concession stands at these events. As with past events such as Navy football games and the Military Bowl, where we've sold beer to the general public, we'll have the following measures in place. The stadium gates will open 1 hour prior to start. We were asking to be able to sell beer at concession stands and our VIP locations throughout the stadium. Beer sales will end at the end of the third quarter of each lacrosse game. This is a ticketed event with limited entry and exit. As is our procedure, there will be 100% ID checks, and those served will be wristbanded upon proof of age. Sodexo servers are all TIPS trained. They are also empowered to refuse service to anyone they feel is intoxicated. There'll be a limit of 2 beers per customer per transaction. We will also have security on site throughout the event. They'll roam the concourses and in the seating bowl, proactively looking to prevent any underage drinking or those who may be overserved. The entire stadium perimeter is enclosed by a fence, and ingress and egress is through gates staffed by our security team. No beer will be allowed to leave the premises or enter the premises from the parking lot. We will also have our medical provider, Special Event Medical, on site manning our first aid room to take care of any issue or situation that may occur. We do have a track record for serving beer at previous events and believe that we have the policies and procedures in place to accommodate beer sales in a safe and responsible manner. Fortunately, we've not had any issues in the past with any alcohol-related incidents, and I believe that our trained servers, limits on beer, ID checks, security staff, plus our medical staff help to mitigate and prevent issues before they arise. So thank you for your time. That's our presentation, and we'll be happy to answer any questions from the board.
Does the board have any questions?
Curtis, do you have anything to add? I mean, it's your staff serving, right?
Yeah, it's my staff serving, and no, we've been doing it for years now. We're used to it. I got normally the same people doing it over and over again, and they work at other venues as well, not just Navy, Orioles and Ravens and places like that. So, and my people are ready to go.
All right.
I move we approve. Oh, sorry, Cindy has her.
Mr. Bland, can you please give your address
Oh,
for the record if
yes.
you're going to offer testimony?
Oh, sure. 818 Nancy Lynn Lane, Arnold, Maryland, 21012.
Do we need Mr. Cooks too? I don't
Yeah, I
know.
was going to say, do we need them both
He's
to,
gonna speak. We should have it, yes.
I can provide that. So Joe Cook, 3844 Glebe Meadow Way in Edgewater, Maryland, zip code 21037.
All right, well, I'll move that we approve the events.
all right, do I hear a
I'll
second?
second.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right,
Good luck,
that has
you
been
guys.
approved. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, and the next item on the list tonight is an open to the public event number 1 for the Eastport Democratic Club, Eastport Green Beer and Kool-Aid races. This is a request for an open to the public event number 1 to the Eastport Democratic Club for the Eastport Green Beer and Kool-Aid races scheduled Saturday, March 15th, 2025 from noon to 6 p.m. The location is at 525 State Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. Is there someone here from the Eastport Democratic Club?
Yes, I'm here, Joe Deshawn.
Oh.
I don't know why my video is not working.
Okay. Oh,
Everything should be. Oh, here we go. Here we
There
go.
you are.
there you are. All right, sir, if you wouldn't mind, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly, sorry. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
I do.
All right, if you could, for the record, please state your name and
Joe
address.
Deshawn, 1320 Black Walnut Court, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
Okay, wonderful. Please tell us about this event.
It's our annual Green Beer Races event. Again, something that's been a tradition in Annapolis for quite some time. It's held on the club grounds. We have added fencing in the last couple of years that surrounds most of the property, but we do still have an open area along the alley that we put up temporary fencing and have controlled entry and exit at 2 points in the fenced-in zone, with people checking ID and security at both of those locations. We have all staff is TIPS trained. We have private security on the premises at the time, all through the event as well.
That sounds good. Does the board have any questions?
I move we approve.
Can I make
Alright,
a can I make a quick request before we go there? There is a chance of rain on the Saturday that the event is scheduled on the 15th. If it's possible, we'd like to request a rain date of the 16th if that's available. If not, we'll just hope for the best and go forward.
Cindy, are we allowed to add that here to the application?
Up to you, yes, ma'am. You can accept the additional testimony, yes, you can.
Okay.
I second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's been approved. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a great night.
Appreciate it.
Right. Next on the agenda tonight is the extension of the extension of licensed premises during a special event at Ram's Head, celebration of St. Patrick's Day. Do we have someone here for Ram's Head?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
There I am.
All right. If you could please raise your hand while I administer the oath. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
I do.
All right. And if you could please state your name and address for the record.
Michael Lechner. I'm at 5 East McPhail Road in Bel Air, Maryland, 21014.
Okay. Would you like to tell us a little bit about this event?
Yes, so Rams Head, we are having our 20th St. Patrick's Day tent party in the back parking lot behind Rams Head Tavern, 33 West Street. So we have procured the parking lot in the back from the owners of the parking lot. We'll be putting up a tent. Absolute Party will be erecting the tent for us. Again, it's our 20th year of this event. We will have security at all entrances of Rams Head Tavern as well as the tent to be wristbanding everyone. All of my bartenders are tip certified as well as myself. All of them are crowd manager certified as well as myself. We have the event is on the 15th. We start at 12 o'clock. And we will have alcohol service in the tent as well as live music. And the event ends at 10 p.m. And we have had no issues whatsoever as long as we've been having this event. And it's gone off pretty, knock on wood, pretty smoothly. So that's what we're looking for, is an extension of our license to the outdoor space.
Okay.
Michael, what time did you say you're going to start again? You start at 10?
12 p.m.
Oh, 12. Okay.
Does anyone else on the board have any questions?
No, again, another storied St. Patrick's Day event. And I mean, I'm not aware of anything. I don't know if anyone on the board is, but last year I don't think there were any issues.
No, I don't remember anything.
So I move we approve.
All right. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes and that is approved. Have a fantastic event.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night. Right. Next on the agenda tonight is number 13, an application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on City Warrior Events and city property for Warrior Events 2025 Shamrock the Dock. Do we have someone here for Warrior Events?
Hi, it's John O'Leary. How's it going?
Pretty good. Good to see you. If
You don't have to kick your kids out, John.
No, I asked her to turn the light on because I was like in the dark here. Now I got a halo over my head.
All right. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
I do.
All right. Please state your name and address for the record.
John O'Leary, 1201 Crummell Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
All right. And would you like to tell us anything about the event?
Sure. This year we are having a one-day, we are having a one-day Shamrock the Dock. The event application is for 12 to 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Actually, let me just, I meant to read this out. This is an application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property to Warrior Events for the 2025 Shamrock the Dock, scheduled on Sunday, March 9th, 2025 from noon to 6 p.m. And the location is Susan Campbell Park, 1 Dock Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm sorry, continue on.
Okay, great. So in, I guess, tradition with following the parade and what we've done in the past number of years is our Shamrock the Dock celebration on City Dock, which is a fenced-in, ticketed event. The difference this year is that we didn't know that we were going to be able to have Shamrock the Dock due to the potential and impending construction on the dock, but we found out about 4 to 5 weeks ago that we were able to, and I really want to thank Cindy for scrambling with us to get this application in, and I appreciate the time to sit before you to have it pled. So we're not able to have the same format that we did last year, which was all day Saturday as well as Sunday, as well as having our hoolie party on City Dock on Friday night. So when we realized in August of this past year that we weren't able to do that, we moved the hoolie, which is, I guess, good and bad. We loved having it on City Dock, but this year the hoolie is at the semi-new Alumni Center, the Naval Academy Alumni Center, Flugel Hall. I state that because in the past we requested a liquor license for it as well, but we do not require that this year because we are there. We moved it to Saturday night, and we just have I call it a toned down version of Shamrock the Dock on the Sunday of the parade. This is this coming Sunday. And we put tickets up for sale, and we have sold out of those tickets. We were able to garner a bit more space in the lane next to Susan Campbell Park. So I am putting tickets back on sale in the morning, an additional lot of only 250 tickets, and they will sell out in about 5 minutes. I can tell from my phone going off. We have JW Security supporting the event. They have supported our events in the past. We have all of our bartenders, as usual, from the same group of, in fact, most of them take off time. In the local bars, they're all tips trained local bartenders, run by the same manager in Sean Leahy, who is also tips trained and a manager at Adams Ribs in Annapolis in Eastport. We have a number of crowd control certified individuals. I submitted 2, but we actually have 4 available that will be there on site. Again, a less of a infrastructure, same amount of happiness. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Does the board have any questions?
John, we just want to wish you good luck.
Thank you,
All
Dick.
right. Do I hear a motion to approve this?
I move we approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right. Those in favor? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. It's approved. Thank you very much. And we wish you the best on the event.
Thanks. We'll see you at the parade.
See you there.
Bye-bye.
All right. Next on the agenda tonight is number 14, which is approval of an interim alcoholic management agreement for Reynolds Tavern Management LLC and Reynolds Tavern and Historic Inn LLC. This is a request to approve an interim alcoholic license management agreement by and between Reynolds Tavern Management LLC owner and Reynolds Tavern and Historic Inn LLC operator for the temporary management of the licensed premises location 7 Church Circle, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. Do we have someone here for this tonight?
Can you hear me? This is Wes.
Hi, Wes. Yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
And now I'm looking to see where I need to go to get you to see me. Start my video. There we go.
There you are.
There we are.
All right. Wes, if you don't mind, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
I do.
All right, thank you. And can you please state your name and address for the record?
My name is Wes Burge, and my address is 83 Franklin Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
All right, thank you so much. Please tell us about this request.
Well, we're in the process of, my wife and I, Marilyn, we've moved on and are in the process of retiring. And one of our business partners, Sally Boyette, who I believe is also in the meeting. Yeah, she's waving to me, so I don't know if you.
All right, Sally.
She's in the process of taking over the business, so you probably have to have her raise her right hand.
I do indeed. Thank you. Yes, Sally, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give is true and correct?
I do.
All right. And if you could please state your name, your full name and address for the record.
Yes, Sally Boyette D'Angelo, 209 Vanguard Lane, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So please continue, Wes.
Okay, so in the process, we realized with the help of Cynthia Gaines that, we kind of missed a window of time, I guess, to do it earlier. So this was something that we could do to bridge until we would have time to actually transfer, or I don't know if I'm using the wrong terminology, but for Sally to acquire her own liquor license for the premise of Reynolds Tavern to continue the business under her company.
Okay. Does the board have any questions?
No, I move that we approve.
All right. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right. All of those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. That has been approved. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. All right, number 15 on the agenda for tonight is a request for seasonal usage of the city pilot program for outside dining for Boatyard Bar and Grill. This is a request for a seasonal usage of the city's pilot program for outside dining with the service of alcohol and food to 90 Miles to Cuba Incorporated, trading as the Boatyard Bar and Grill at 400 4th Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. Do we have someone from Boatyard Bar and Grill?
Good evening, Madam Chairman. Kevin Schindel, General Manager, Boatyard Bar and Grill.
All right. Hi, Kevin. If
Dick's here too. He's just muted.
Oh, is he? Okay. If you both of you gentlemen could please raise your right hands.
Dick's trying to say something, but he's
right here.
There he is.
Oh, there you are. All right. Do you gentlemen solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
I do.
All right. And if you could separately give your full names and address for the record.
Go ahead, sir.
Dick Franyo, 29 Eastern Avenue, Annapolis, 21403.
And Kevin Schindel, 412 Golf Course Drive, Arnold, Maryland, 21012.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. And just tell us a little bit about this request and what you're hoping to achieve here.
Take it, Kevin.
Absolutely. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. We are here before you tonight to seek approval under the city's outdoor dining pilot program. As hard to believe as it is, will be our 6th year for outdoor dining. And we plan to conduct our operations just as we have under the past 5 years. We have designed our tent with clear ingress, egress. We block the exterior of the tent with fencing, with water barrels, with planter boxes, to form a perimeter that prevents alcoholic beverages from leaving the tent. The tent is always manned by hosts, servers, managers during the hours of operation. Our guests are seated diners who enjoy alcoholic beverages with their meals. Currently, we have 30 staff members who are tip certified. We also have 10 staff members who are trained in crowd management. And I'm also happy to report we have 10 staff members who are just recently trained in CPR and automated external defibrillators required by law. And we're also trained in choking first aid. Our servers are trained to ask for ID from anyone who appears to be under the 30 years of age. And I'm happy to report in the 5 years of outdoor service, we've never had a complaint of noise or trash or rowdy behavior or any alcohol related incidents. Our diners enjoy the outdoor space. They come with their families, their kids, their dogs. And we think we set the standard for outdoor dining in Annapolis. And I'll take your questions.
Does the board have any questions?
Hey, Kevin, do you just mind mentioning what time you stop serving outside versus the rest of the restaurant?
We stop service at 9:45. So on the weekends, the last seating is at 9:45, and everyone is out of the tent by 11 on Friday and Saturday. During the week, it's an hour earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, I move we approve, especially because I enjoy taking advantage of this tent.
And you should
All right.
recuse yourself.
Do I
I
do I have a
second.
second? All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. That passes. Thank you very much for coming this evening, and I hope you guys have a nice season.
Thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. And number 16 on our agenda tonight is an open to the public event, number 1, for Peerless Wrens Club, Curly Taylor, and the Zydeco Trouble Band. This is a request for an open public event, number 1, to the Peerless Wrens Club for the Curly Taylor and Zydeco Trouble Band, scheduled on Sunday, March 16th, 2025 from 3 to 7 p.m. Location at 406 Chester Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. Is there somebody here from the Peerless Wrens Club?
Yes, hi, that's me.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. So if you could please raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
Yes, I swear.
All right, thank you. And if you could please give your full name and address for the record.
My name's Keisha Kersey. My address is 5119 Lee Street, Northeast, Washington, D.C., 20019.
All right, and please tell us a little bit about this event.
Yes, so Curly Taylor and the Zydeco Trouble. It's a band from Louisiana, and this will be our 6th time hosting them. They kind of travel up the East Coast and just go to different East Coast cities performing, and they're incredible. And so it's an event that we do like to open up to the public because they have a really big following, and it's also just an opportunity for folks to come into our club, get to know our club, get to know our history and our legacy. And it's always a good time, a very joyful, good time. So the event will be from 3 to 7. We have 2 members that are retired police officers that help provide security. And then we have additional members that have been trained in crowd management. And they're the ones that typically work the door. It's a ticketed event. So as people are coming in, they're, checking them off with their tickets. And then we do sell tickets at the door as well. It's a over 21 event. So we don't have any folks that are under 21 there. And what else? Oh, our bartender is certified. He's our typical bartender for all events. For these events, we haven't had any issues in the past, haven't had any complaints. We do invite our neighbors over. We actually have a new neighbor on the right-hand side of us, and I have his name and number now. So I'll be inviting them just to make sure that they are aware of the event, but also if they want to come in and experience the band, they can do that as well. We usually have around 75 to 80 folks that come. We try not to have it any bigger than that because people dance a lot at the event. We want to make sure there's enough room for folks to dance. And I think that's all. Any questions?
All right. Does the board have any questions?
No. Another storied event that
Yeah.
happens every year. So, and
Exactly.
and thank you for notifying your neighbors and inviting them. And I don't think we've ever had a complaint post. So,
Yeah. So
Keisha,
do I hear a motion to approve?
I was going to say something. Keisha,
Yes.
you're much better looking than the last person here in front of us. I know he's part of your family, but Madam Chair, I move we approve.
All right. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All right. So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right. That is approved. Have a wonderful event. Thank you
All
so much.
right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night. All right. So that is it for the schedule tonight.
I
Is there
move we adjourn.
I was just gonna say very good. Do I hear a second?
I don't know. I'd like to talk a little bit more.
Okay. What do you want to talk
second.
about? You'll
I'll
second?
second.
Okay, Dick. All right, guys. Well, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you guys so much. And I missed meeting you.